Hey guys, man, my chair got away from me. I think I might need a boost gauge on it, so I keep an eye on how much boost I'm going into. Anyway, we're not going to be fitting one to the chair today, but we are going to be fitting this boost gauge to the Rexy. Alright. Check it out. Nice white face boost gauge. Going to match the factory gauges pretty well. I think it's going to look pretty fair. So let's get into it. Alright, I guess the first thing we need to do is to run all the wiring through to the original cabling in the car here in the cabin, and also run the signal line through to the engine bay. And we might take this bottom dash trim off, I think. Alright, so what I've done is just threaded some single core cable, 3 different ones, down past the pillar here, which is the side where the pod will fit. A red with a black tracer and a black. That's obviously for permanent lighting and ground. So I'm just going to splice them onto the boost control loom, right? So our orange is our permanent power, our white's our lighting, and our black's our ground. Alright, so now our loom is soldered onto our extenders here. I'm also going to just tape our air hose onto it, or our signal line, right? And pull that through as well. Alright, cool. So I've got them through now. Here they are. Okay, so now I'm just going to join these to the appropriate places into the loom. Okay. There we are. Alright, so now we just need to put the ground lug on. This little guy here. it's all grounded. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we need to get the signal hose out through the bulkhead, which is this fitting here, right? This rubber bit. Okay, so there's a spare little opening on the top of it, which mirrors this. So that's where I'm going to push it through. But first I need to pierce a hole in it. So I just got my scriber, right? And I'm just going to feel where it is. There it is. And I'm just going to punch through it like that. Right. It's just a little rubber membrane. There we go, just like popping the bulkhead's cherry. Okay, now I'm just going to move up to a Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, cool. Now we just drop our hose down, which is still tied to the cable here. Now we'll just loop it down in front of the EFI relays there, in behind the main wiring harness, and then push it up through that hole. Just make sure we've got enough at the top and push the rest through to the wheel arch. Alright guys, we can put the trim back on. Alright, so we've got the inner guard out now, and you can see the coil of signal hose there that we pushed through before. Okay, and you can also see the hole there where we're going to put it into the engine bay. Okay, so we're really just got to tie it to the loom to there and then straight into the hole. Okay, so let's just pull it through into place. Okay, there we are. Let's get into that now. Okay, so before we go any further, this is the adapter that goes from the small signal line that comes with the boost gauge up to a normal 4mm vacuum hose. Okay, now I'm not going to be teeing it into a line on the manifold. I'm actually just using a single outlet on the manifold that's there already. I'm going to use this as an elbow. So basically I'm just going to block one end. Okay, so I'm going to take it over to the vise and just squash one end of this, and then we're going to solder it up. Okay, see, there it is. It's been squished. Alright, so we're just going to solder that up now. Cool. So there we go. That end's blocked now. So it's basically now effectively an elbow, right? Cool. And so now back to the inner guard. So basically now I'm going to feed the engine bay hose through to the wheel arch. So it's coming through now. Along with some conduit. Like that. Now we're going to start piecing it all together. So I'm going to put the T-piece about there. Yeah, that'll work good. Alright, so I'll bring this hose down to here. Alright, cool. So it's all through to the engine bay now. You can see the merge there, and the elbow and everything, and where it goes through to the engine bay. There it is there, coming through. Okay, cool. So we can put the wheel arch trim back on now. Alright, so now we just connect the hose now. So here's the hose that comes through from the inner guard, okay? Got a bit of conduit on it here just to protect it from where it goes through the body, and basically we're just going to feed it down past these other pressure hoses. Okay, like that. Now just give these zip tie tails a bit of a snippy. Alright, cool. So that's got it all connected under here. Let's jump into the cabin now and fit the gauge. Alright, here's our boost gauge pod. We made this from scratch. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go and check that out here on Nev's Garage. It's top notch. So what we need to do is feed the cable and the signal line through the back of the cup, like that. And then we're going to fit this into our boost gauge. So we're going to plug these on now. There's that cable. And our signal line. Push him on. There we are. Okay. Now push it into our cup. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. So now we need to get up under the dash and pull the excess cable and servo hose through. Alright, so that's nearly got it into position now. Alright, cool. That's got it sitting nice in there now. So now we just need to secure it in. So basically we're just going to use a couple of dobs of silicone to sit it in there. Alright. Alright, so that's basically got it in place. Now I'm just going to wedge a little bit of cloth up between the dash and the pod just to stick it down at the back. Alright guys, so let's see how it looks. Looks pretty tidy. Very nice. Cool. Alright guys, let's try it out, eh? Looks pretty good. Works nice and smooth. It's not in my vision at all. Should we nail it? Does Australia have drop theirs? She goes good. Happy with that. Let's try the back one. Oh yeah, look. Matches all the factory instrument cluster. Yeah, that's filth. Alright dudes, well I guess that's pretty much it for this episode of Nev's Garage. Make sure you hit us up on our socials at Dawson Media. Follow us there. And also subscribe to us here on our YouTube channel. That way you can be notified when our next great episode drops. Until then dudes, keep your hands at 10 and 2. We'll see you next time on Nev's Garage.